much easier to do. And just to introduce them to Steve, let them know who he is, and ask them what he stands for. So if you're interested in block walking, we've got some sign-up sheets back there to help with that. The other thing that we're doing now, starting kind of Monday and through the rest of early voting and actually election day a little bit, will be phone banking. And it's kind of the same deal where we have it computerized, so you need a computer with internet connection and a phone. Not that hard, and we'll walk you through how that happens. We've got about 8,000 phone calls to make. We have help, but we sure could use some more. So if you're interested in doing that, yes sir. You're interested. Yay, we love phone bagel.
Question.
Oh, yes sir.
So on the phone calls, are we making that from our house or we go to an office?
House.
Okay.
And we have found that it's easier if you do it on your own time, at your own place, rather than we try to coordinate a little bit and that got just, it's not as easy.
Okay.
So we've got, and then if you have any more questions, Amy, Tony, wait, Amy. She's our phone banking coordinator, and so please see her for that. Another way that you can, we always need money. So if you got any money to give us, please feel free. We'll take it. Another way that you can help us is by bugging your friends. One of the biggest things we found is personal contact. It's one thing for me to call and ask somebody to vote for some random dude that they may or may not have heard of before. It's another thing if you call your friend or text your friend repeatedly until they go vote, because that's going to make a big difference for us. I'll tell you, honestly, the biggest way that Brat beat Cantor, he got more votes. That's how you win elections, right? You get more votes than the other guy. It's that easy. And it's that tricky. So we've got a program that we call 10 by 10. So basically you take 10 of your friends and you write them down and you start bothering them politely. Send them to our Facebook page so they can find out a little bit more about Steve. Maybe give them, we've got push cards that we'll be giving you. You can give them that information, and then gently, come election, early voting time, you just start calling and emailing and texting these 10 people to say, hey, have you voted? Because it's now, and especially with early voting, you can go anywhere in the county to vote. And so we're asking you to consider joining that. Just being what do we call it, platoon leader?
Yeah.
There you go. Just taking a 10 by 10 sheet, and then the idea is if you can find 10 of your more active friends, that would then be willing to think of 10 of their friends. Right? This is the whole 2 people, then 2 more people, then you grow it, grow it, grow it. If you can do that, we have a really good chance of getting more votes than the other guy. So that's our 10 by 10 program, and Braden will be happy to wait.
Yep.
Okay, there's Braden. Talk to him about that. One of the last ways, but certainly not the least ways that you can help this campaign is through prayer. This is a big deal, and this requires God's hand in this. Steve, if you've met him, and if you have not met him, do not walk out of this place without shaking his hand and talking to him for a little bit. That's a requirement. Don't vote for some guy that you actually haven't talked to if he's sitting right here in the room. That's ridiculous. Don't do that. He's here. Talk to him. Ask him questions. Make him have to think about what you're asking him. Do it. Prayer is, we all know this. Prayer is important. Prayer works. And at the end of the day, we are submitting ourselves to God. We're asking him for his favor, but we're also humbling ourselves to his sovereignty. So pray, please, for the campaign, for the volunteers, for everybody involved, not just on our side, but also on Brandon's side. Everybody needs to be protected. Everybody needs to be covered. We're all God's children. So pray. So those are the different ways. Phone banking, if you're interested in that. Block walking, you can do that. And it doesn't have to be every day, and it doesn't have to be all the time. 2 hours. If you can give us 2 hours of your time in your neighborhood, great, do that. You can give us 2 hours on the phone, we'll take it. If it's random times during the day, we'll take that. Phone banking, block walking, giving us money, or if you know somebody that wants to, and prayer. And then also our 10 by 10 program. Oh yeah, thank you. Great, I didn't write that down. Working the polls. We will be at the polls.
What about yard signs?
Huh?
Break up the yard signs?
We have them, I see several of them right there. So definitely be taking yard signs and push cards and asking your friends to take yard signs. Poll working. So we've got sign up sheets for that. In Montgomery County, there's 6 polls. Six polls. Magnolia, Montgomery, Woodlands, Willis, Conroe, and New Caney.
Yep.
So we've got different time slots. If you can't work the whole time slot, that's okay too. But we really like it if you can stand during that week. And then especially on election day, we have that list as well. Sign up to stand and hand out push cards and just greet people at the polls. So we will be there this time. What else am I forgetting?
We have t-shirts.
Okay, we have t-shirts. Sweet. T-shirts. You can wear them shopping. Yes, Kevin. Yep, I got that one. I actually wrote down. Facebook, Steve Toes for Texas. It has been, I think, pretty successful the last few weeks. We've been trying to introduce people to the topics, address what's been going on. Steve's been responding to some questions, especially around immigration. It's such a sensitive topic right now. So trying to keep our people informed on what's going on. Steve Toes for Texas. We have a website that's called SteveToesForTexas.com. It was a shocker. And also, Steve has a Twitter handle. If you do Twitter, if you don't know what that is and you don't do it, don't worry about it. I'm an addict, so I do. And it's toes_for_Texas. So you can find him there. Any questions that you have, especially about topics like what's going on? Yeah. Oh, it's a number 4. Toes for. Yes, ma'am.
Can Steve just stand up and give us like all the hot button issues, tell us his stance, just a quick.
I think he
Where
can.
does he stand on immigration?
I think he can
We
do
talk
that.
to people.
That might be good if people on phone calls.
So, April 10th,